Have you opened up your email recently to feel like you're being bombarded by the next digital tool that's going to solve all of your work problems? It feels like every time I open up Instagram or any other social media app for that matter, there's somebody selling me a new tool. Somebody selling me something that's going to fix everything. It's going to be the magic bullet that's going to just transform the way that you work or even the way that you engage with your direct reports or how you are a leader in the workplace. And it's overwhelming. We have never worked in a more digital space. We have so many tools at our disposal. AI, the fun buzzword, but let's be honest, I use it just about every day. AI can draft agendas, it can generate performance review language, dashboards can track engagement or progress on goals, and we have tons of platforms that can deliver on-demand learning modules. So we have all these digital tools, and they are great, but yet, at least to me and the clients that I am working with here at Success Labs, leadership feels harder than ever. My name is Melissa Thompson, and I'm a partner here at Success Labs. We are a consulting firm that focuses on leadership development and organizational development. I work with people from all over the country, whether that's one-on-one coaching or in group settings, leadership development classes, or even team building retreats to help leaders and organizations be more effective. And something that I've been noticing over the past couple of months especially is that leadership feels harder than ever. Our issue is not that these digital tools are ineffective. The issue is that leadership itself is not digital. A digital tool is not going to fix something that is meant to be analog. Leadership is analog. So hopefully by the end of this video, you will be able to understand and appreciate that leadership is analog, and that while those digital tools can help us, we still need to carve out time to make sure that we are treating leadership as an analog practice. So while I've been noticing this pattern at work, it's also something that I've been talking about at home. Recently, I was having a discussion with my significant other, and we were talking about, it was kind of end of year, beginning of the year, what worked in 2025 that we want to carry forward to 2026, and what do we want to leave behind? And some of the conversation revolved around what we experienced. And while the big trips or the cool experiences that we got to have last year were highlights, some of the highlights actually were things that surprised us. So for instance, over in December, we spent more time than I would like to admit on watching Christmas commercials from the mid-1990s. And that's when I feel like I was peak childhood Christmas experiences. And we were laughing that we actually remembered a lot of the Christmas jingles. And we also have noticed that at our house, we are redesigning our spaces to experience analog experiences. So for example, Patrick has been buying more CDs, and he's actually gotten into, he bought a VHS player. I've been buying more vinyl records than I ever have. I actually bought a camera to take on vacation last year that is a digital camera in that it takes a picture and then you plug it into your device to download it, but it doesn't have a screen on the back. So it's meant to, you snap the picture, you're not editing, you're not retaking it, you just snap the picture and stay present in the experience. All of these things that I've been experiencing in my personal life, plus everything that I've been thinking about in my professional life, is really drilling down to this idea that leadership is analog. Leadership has always been analog, and it will always be analog. So what do I mean by that? Analog meaning that you've got these digital tools that can help speed things up. It can help you be more effective or faster at what you're doing, whatever that looks like. But really, when we think about analog, we're talking about slowing down. We're talking about staying in the moment. We're talking about connecting with the other individual that's right in front of you. You can't scale connection. You can't automate building a relationship with another person. So digital tools can help leaders prepare, but digital tools cannot help leaders perform. And there's a big distinction. When we get this wrong, what this could look like is that leadership starts to feel way too transactional. It looks like feedback being avoided or just not happening at all. Decisions lose context. You don't have all of the information because you're just trying to go as fast as you can. Also, when leadership becomes transactional, you start to erode the trust between you and the other person. And then unfortunately, and not unexpectedly, that's when burnout increases, when you feel disengaged. And this is not because your team, your people, or even yourself as the leader, that you're ineffective in any way. It's more of that you are trying to optimize everything, but failing to recognize that that human connection cannot be optimized. So what does analog leadership look like? Or what can you start to implement right now to be a better leader and find better balance between using the digital tools that we're probably never going to give up and treating the analog, the relationship, that leadership component like it should be treated? Well, I've got 4 things. First, you need to look at, kind of do an audit and decide which leadership moments in your day or in your week or in your life deserve full presence. So what do I mean by that? It could be performance reviews. You might be able to come up with an agenda using a digital tool, but you need to still engage with the other human. If you are giving feedback, you need to engage with the other human. That needs to be analog. Conflict resolution needs your full attention and presence. And then anything to do with relationship building or trust building, it's going to take time, but it's well worth the investment if you dedicate the time and be fully present in that moment. The second thing is protecting time for leadership work. So when you are needing to think or coach, or those activities cannot be squeezed in between meetings. They have to be, there needs to be dedicated time around them to make sure that you are giving it the full attention that it deserves. So make sure that you are first deciding what leadership moments need to be analog and where your presence needs to be, and then protect the time once you schedule it. Okay, so once you're in it, the third tip is to slow down. This might feel counterintuitive to some of you, especially I'm this way. Speed feels like being productive. When you are faster, you are more productive. Or speed always equals productivity. And that's not actually the case. When you're talking about human connection, leadership development, when you're talking about being a leader, when you are using speed, it actually can be at the expense of judgment. So we need to slow down. We need to be present. And last is we need to invest in development that is experiential, not just informational. So if you're trying to teach somebody how to do something and they just need the steps, that might be transactional, that might be digital, you might be able to put that into a learning platform. But if you are truly trying to get someone to experience what something feels like, maybe that's coaching somebody, teaching them how to do something for the first time, empowering them to be a leader, we're going to have to develop them in ways that are experiential, not just informational. So practicing things, working with a coach, giving and receiving feedback and reflection, those are all analog, slower experiences that we need to give more time to. You can automate tasks, you can accelerate output, but you cannot automate leadership. Leadership has always been analog, and it will stay analog even as our worlds become more and more dependent upon digital solutions. Finding that balance between utilizing the digital tools that are so helpful, but still recognizing where we need to be analog and slow down and connect with other humans, that balance can be really hard. And if you're experiencing that as an individual, or maybe your entire team is experiencing that, we can help. So please get in touch with us here at Success Labs. We could offer some executive coaching or one-on-one coaching, or even a group facilitation where everybody can start to unpack what this means and what this looks like and help you find that balance between the two. I think it's really important to remember that you can automate tasks, you can accelerate output, but you cannot automate leadership.